All right, what is going on, guys? It is Thursday, June 6th. We're going to go over some MLB picks. There is an NBA game today. We could talk about that if you guys really want to at the end. One NBA game, no hockey yet till the weekend. Stanley Cup Finals tip off soon. Looking forward to that. But yesterday was a pretty decent day. The Orioles, Craig Kimbrell, man. Oh, I want to punch that guy in the face right now. I went to cash out yesterday. You can see this, that it was at $2,444 to cash out. As soon as he came in the ninth inning, he went up 0-2, was throwing a couple strikeouts. Then he started fouling the ball off. And as soon as I went to hit cash out, it grayed out on me. Turner hits a single. Then they put Biggio on. I went to cash out again. Obviously, my feed must have been behind because the sports books always have the advantage. But anyways, the cash out. Long story short, the cash out never let me come. It never let me actually go through on the cash out, and it grayed out every time I tried it. And then Kimbrell threw the ball away, trying to pick off Biggio, who was running for Turner on first base, and it just went downhill from there. IKF hit a long ball to the fence, and it was game over once Biggio hit third base with 1 out. So yeah, that's how my day ended. But let's get into it. Don't want to waste you guys' time. I already spent a minute and a half talking about a bad beat yesterday, but either way, was a good day overall. I still made money, still profited, but to lose a $5,000 parlay that way is pretty painful. So that one will sting a little bit. But let's get into the first game. We got a 10-game card for MLB, so let's go. Let's get into it. Let's try to find. All right, first game of the day: Baltimore Orioles at Blue Jays. Final game of this series. Orioles, due to some injuries, they called up Cade Povich. He's making his first MLB start. He has a 3.18 ERA in AAA. He's pitched 56 innings, just over 56 innings in AAA Norfolk. His ERA could probably be about 2.5, but his last start he gave up 6. I think he was 6 runs. So other than that last start, he's been pretty phenomenal. 32.5% strikeout rate. Just really good stuff. As long as he doesn't, his walk rate is the only thing that he struggles with. So as long as he keeps his walk rate down, he's got pretty good stuff. He is a lefty. Blue Jays are hitting lefties over the last 2 weeks. About I think it's about 260 over the last 2 weeks. They only have 1 home run versus left-handed pitchers, but about a 20% strikeout rate, 11.5% walk rate. So the Blue Jays are the Blue Jays. I don't really like this team. Like I said, they got it done yesterday. They barely got it done, but I still have issues with the Blue Jays bullpen. Honestly, I'm probably just going to bet the Nerfy in this game. It's been a cash cow. I'm hoping for just 6 quick scoreless innings. If I had to take a side, I don't know. Kikuchi's been hit or miss. The Orioles are actually not hitting lefties as well lately. They're hitting 270 on the season, but when you look at their last 10 games, they're hitting just 208. So wouldn't surprise me to see this. This is truly a 50-50 game. I can't really take a side. If it was the Blue Jays at PlusMoney, I might think about it after yesterday, but it's a lean. It's an absolute lean. I'm probably not even touching this game other than the first inning. So probably stay away if I was you guys. All right, going to Progressive Field. Sorry about that. Going to Progressive Field. We got 10 to 12 mile an hour wind blowing all the way straight across this today. Mid-70s temperatures, a little bit of humidity still in the air from yesterday. This game's total looks like it's sitting around 7.5 still. It was supposed to be Singer, and now I'm seeing potentially that it's Daniel Lynch going, which kind of surprised me. So make sure I'm on the books. I'm still seeing Singer. On my spreadsheet, I have Singer, but on a couple other places, it's showing Daniel Lynch. So if it's Daniel Lynch, I would take the Guardians. If it's Singer, I would lean to the Royals in the first 5 innings. But this one, Tanner Bibee's hasn't been terrible. His strikeout numbers are all right. The Royals typically not a huge strikeout team, but when you look at Daniel Lynch, he's a lefty. He's given up multiple home runs in 2 of his last 3 starts. More high scoring games, kind of alternates high scoring games that he's in, but doesn't go too deep, usually 5 innings. And then the bullpen comes in. That's where my issue comes. So if it's Daniel Lynch, I would take the Guardians full game. If it's Singer, only way I would probably play it would be the Royals first 5. But without confirmed information, this one's kind of tough for me. All right, Oakland Coliseum we're heading to, where the Mariners take on the A's. Yesterday we took the Athletics and the under. It was 2-0. The Mariners were getting no hit for I think 6 or 7 innings of that, but it was 2-0. Mason Miller came in, and then Julio Rodriguez hit a 102-mile-an-hour fastball straight out to center field, but he ended up closing that game out 2-1. The A's won yesterday. Now they're sending lefty JP Sears to the mound. Brian Wu on the other side for the Mariners. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised to see another lower scoring game. Both these teams kind of struggling to hit lately. A's are just hitting 207 versus righties over the last 10 games. Mariners hitting 222. Brian Wu has been pretty solid. He only had 2 strikeouts versus the Angels his last outing, and 1 strikeout the one before that versus the Nationals. So he's only gotten about an 18% strikeout rate on the season. He hasn't been throwing more than 75, 80 pitches. Like he goes about, usually once he hits 80 pitches or 6 innings, he's pulled for some reason. It's because he came back from injury. I think it's part of it maybe, but I'm not really sure, honestly. I don't follow the Mariners on a team basis that in depth. But JP Sears, he's kind of alternated good starts with bad starts. So his last start, not the greatest. 7 innings, 4 earned runs, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. No home runs given up. That was to the Braves. He hasn't given up a home run in 3 straight starts now. Brian Wu gave up a home run to the Nationals back in May 26th, his second last start. But in his last start, he didn't give up any home runs, no earned runs. Honestly, I'm kind of just leaning to the Nerfy in this one. If I had to take the side, I would take the Athletics. I don't really love it. You could talk me into taking the Mariners probably. That's just the value with the A's at plus money. And this is a getaway game for the Mariners, so they just want to get this game over with and get out of town pretty much, right? So the values on the A's, not sure if I'm going to get there or not, but I think I got to go with the Nerfy in this one though. Wouldn't be surprised to see a slower starting game, lower scoring. Brian Wu is 5-0, no run first inning. JP Sears 4-1 at home, 9-3 overall. Gives it an implied probability about 75 to 80% hit rate. So Mariners 25-6, no run first inning on the road, 7-3 in their last 10. Athletics 27-4, 8-2 in their last 10. So I think this one could potentially be a lower scoring game. So give me the Nerfy. Like I said, if I was absolutely forced to take a side, I would take the value with the A's. But I don't know. It's one of those ones where it's kind of a 50. All right, the PNC Park we go. I don't know how anybody would want to lay minus 190, minus 200 with the Dodgers right now. Walker Buehler, he's given up 3 earned runs in back-to-back starts. 3 home runs total in his last 11 and 2/3 innings, and that was to the Rockies and the Reds. They lost both of those games. He's been struggling, honestly. He's played some weak lineups. He played the Reds twice, the Rockies, and then he played the Padres and the Marlins. So he's been pretty bad, honestly. He's given up home runs in 4 or 5 starts. He's struggled with walks. He's been getting strikeouts. He's about a strikeout per inning kind of right now, but the only one game where he didn't give up 3 runs was the Cincinnati game back on May 18th. So definitely concerning when you see that. He's struggling. Bailey Falter, he hasn't been terrible his last couple outings. 7 strikeouts only in 13 innings, but no earned runs, no home runs, 4 walks. I was kind of just leaning to the over in this game at 8.5. Some places I've been seeing 9 now, so I don't love that, but we've seen 16 runs yesterday, and that was with Paul Skeens. They hit 2 home runs off him. Pretty much everybody on the Dodgers lineup struck out at least once yesterday, other than Jason Hayward. But you look at the Pirates, 7 of their last 10 games have went over. Angels, 8 of their last 10 have went under, but I don't know, man. This one, it's kind of just one of those ones where I don't trust either of these teams. Like, I don't trust the Pirates bullpen, but I also don't trust Buehler not to give up some runs. I mean, the Dodgers bats can wake up at any time. They're hitting 286 versus lefties over the last 10 games. Pirates hitting about 225 versus righties. So I was leaning to the over. It does suck that it's a getaway game in the last game of the series, but we do have 9 to 10 mile an hour winds blowing kind of out to left center field, 76-degree temperatures, humidity in the high 50s. So everything that points to good hitting conditions again. So I'm hoping we see some home runs and see some players tee off on these pitchers because, Walker Buehler, 4.32 ERA. He's got only a 33.8% hard hit rate, but 2.2 home runs per nine. Bailey Falter, 42.8% hard hit rate, 1.3 home runs per nine. So honestly, I'm just hoping for runs here. I like the over at 8.5. At 9, I don't like it quite as much, but I think I would lean to the Pirates, honestly, but maybe in the first 5 innings, so you could take the bullpen out of it because I could see them blowing it late. But this one is another one I just can't lay minus 200 with the Dodgers. I absolutely cannot do it. The way that they're playing, struggling to win games. I'm not gonna be that guy. I mean, could they win this game? Obviously, yeah. It wouldn't surprise me if they absolutely dusted them right here, but I'm not going to be the one that's on the bad end of laying minus 200 with this team right now. So don't like the price. Lean to the over. Only at 8.5. I don't suggest buying stuff down, laying extra juice on stuff like that. But you're playing 9, you get the push potential. Obviously, at 8.5, 9 gives you the win. That's the only reason why I like 8.5. But I wouldn't lay crazy juice on it. It's 6-3. A 6-3 game at worst would be ideal. 6-4 type game. It's kind of what I'm hoping for. So just give me the over. Like I said, don't love either side of it. There's massive value with the Pirates. They're looking to sweep the Dodgers, and the Pirates have owned the Dodgers historically. They've won, 7 of the last. Seven of the last 11 meetings they've won. So I lean to the Pirates, but I think I would take them first 5 innings. But like I said, all right, Nationals Park. Nationals hosting the Braves. These teams did just meet. What was it? Like a week ago? Not even. That was in Atlanta. They played a 4-game series. The Nationals took 3 out of 4 games there. The Braves offense has been struggling. Both these teams are coming off bad blowout losses. The Braves got shut out yesterday. Couldn't do anything with hitter-friendly ballpark yesterday. And now they're going from Boston to Washington. Washington coming back. Oh, no, Washington was at home yesterday. So Washington didn't have to travel. They did get dusted 9-1 yesterday versus the Mets. But I see some people wanting to lay the run line with the Braves, and I get it. Everybody's like, oh, Braves bounce back here. But, the Nationals have been profitable. They've been winning these games. Reynaldo Lopez, though, has been pretty good. Pretty good, honestly. He's given up 2 earned runs or less in 5 straight starts. No home runs given up. Strikeout numbers are fairly good. He usually gives up at least a walk or 2. The most he's given up was 4 in a game to the Red Sox, but limiting hits, 5 or less hits in 4 of his last 5 starts. He came off 8 strikeouts to the Athletics. It was the Athletics. He's played the Pirates. He only had 3 strikeouts there. So he's faced some weaker lineups his last couple outings, and his 11 strikeouts in 10 2/3 innings. Not terrible. 3 walks, 3 earned runs, 4 runs total. Mitchell Parker on the other side. He's coming off a pretty bad start. 4 walks given up. He did have 5 strikeouts versus the Guardians in 5 2/3 innings, but he's given up 3 earned runs now in 4 straight starts. So home runs in 3 of his last 4 starts. The Braves aren't hitting anywhere near the way that they normally are. Versus lefties, they're making contact more. They're hitting 275 over the last 10 games. Nationals hitting 250. There's massive value with the Nationals. I think a lot of people are going to see Braves got shut out yesterday. Let's hammer the Braves. But the Nationals have been profitable, and honestly, I don't know if I want to lay minus 175 with the Braves. Reynaldo Lopez has been really good. That's the biggest thing here. Um, I don't know. I was leaning to the nerfy in this game. We'll see as the day goes on. Uh, this one's a tough one for me. If I had to take a side, I would take the Nationals at big plus money, honestly. No way I'm going to lay big juice with the Braves the way that they've been playing lately. And the Nationals have owned this matchup. I mean, they've won 6 of the last 10 meetings. 6 of the last 10 have went over. The Braves have won they're just 5-5 in their last 10, whereas the Nationals are 4-6 their last 10 games. So, I mean, the Nationals did get swept by the Mets. So that is my only concern here is maybe a Braves bounce back, but Braves, I don't know. They've won 2 of their last 4 games. So nothing spectacular. Honestly, there's not a lot to love. Not a lot of these games that I'm super in love with at the time of recording this. But if I had to pick the side, I would lean to the Nationals right now at big plus money. Reynaldo Lopez has been solid. I have him on my fantasy team. He's been pretty good. That is the only concern, is that this game starts slow. And if it does, that's good for the nerfy, obviously, because I'm probably going to be on the nerfy. But yeah, that's kind of all I got for this one at the moment. All right, going to Yankee Stadium. And I mean, can you really fade the Yankees right now? Like, they've been on fire, man. Yesterday, Twins did start to make a comeback there late, but still lost by, I think, 3 or 4 runs. We've seen, I think that was 4 runs, 9-5 games. So the Yankees have now won 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams, including all 6 meetings so far this season. This is the 4th game of this series. Marcus Stroman has been fairly solid. 2 earned runs or less in 4 straight starts, including 2 of those being no earned runs at all. His strikeout numbers aren't crazy. That's the only thing I don't love about Marcus Stroman is he used to be pretty good against strikeouts, but Pablo Lopez, he's had some rough starts. 6 earned runs versus the Rangers in 4 2/3 innings, 2 home runs given up. His last start versus the Astros, a home run was his only earned run. 6 strikeouts in 7 innings, so that was his best start in his last 4. He had a 1 good start back in the beginning of May where he struck out 10. That was versus the Mariners though, so I mean they can strike out a lot. But versus the Nationals, he gave up 7 earned runs in 5 innings, 2 home runs there as well. So I don't know, man. He's got to face a heavy-hitting Yankees team. Yankees hitting about 260, 265 versus righties over the last 10 games. Twins just hitting 204. Twins got to get out of here. I don't really trust the Twins right now. I think the Yankees probably roll again. So give me the square play. Give me the Yankees again. They're just owning the Twins, and I don't trust the Twins right now. So it's Yankees for me or pass. All right, going to Great American now. We're seeing a 53% home run boost, a 19% run boost based on computer models projections. We got 10 to 12 mile an hour winds blowing out to left field, 80-degree temperatures in Cincinnati. Great American, one of the top hitting environments in the league. One of the smaller outfields as well, which is a reason why it makes it one of the top ones. The Cubs haven't officially announced starters confirmed. I did have Javier Assad. I seen him listed at some places. I have him on my spreadsheet here. If it is Assad, he's got a 2.27 ERA this season. His fastball velocity has been down a little bit, but 43.7% ground ball rate, 27% fly ball rate, 0.9 home runs per 9. Whereas Hunter Green, 0.6 home runs per 9, 3.44 ERA, 25.9% strikeout rate, good fastball velocity, 38% ground ball, 29.1% fly ball. So I don't know. This one is kind of one of those ones where, I mean, the Reds coming from Colorado is a little bit tough. You know, you got to adjust from that different air. Chicago has just had to travel from Chicago. Played last night. Christopher Morel did take a ball off the shin, so it'd be interesting to see the lineups for this one. I definitely won't be betting this game until I know for sure who's starting and what the lineups are, because if the Cubs are missing some key pieces of the lineup, then it's probably going to be a Reds pick for me, but it might be a stay away, honestly. I don't usually love backing teams that have to travel and play after the Rockies series, because sometimes they just struggle. But if you look at these two teams, they met once this season. The Reds won 2-3 in Wrigley. I was kind of leaning the Cubs in the first 5 innings, plus a half a run, but you have to lay juice on that. You could take the Cubs first 5 money line. If it's tied after the 5 innings, it's a push. But I mean, the Reds bullpen has been solid. Just a sub-2 ERA over the last 2 weeks, whereas the Cubs bullpen 5.70 ERA. So I think that is the difference maker here. So I mean, I was leaning to the Reds full game. I think they have the bullpen advantage, but this is a true 50-50 game. Kind of a tougher one for me. If I had to pick a side at the time of recording right now, based on the little amount of data that I had for the full game, I would take the Reds. But based on the lack of information completely, so I just can't pull a trigger, and I don't want to give you guys any advice here. Can look at the computer model quickly and see what it's leaning to. It does have a slight lean on the Cubs. Pretty evenly matched projected score. Like I said, would love to know the lineups and the starting pitchers, but I was just leaning to the Cubs in the first 5 innings. That's all I was gonna do. I don't want to take the Cubs full game, really, because if the Cubs win this game, if they take the lead early, it'll be because of the Rockies start off slow, or the Reds start off slow after that Rockies series. The Cubs get to Hunter Green, they might have a lead, but they could possibly blow it once the bullpen comes in. So Cubs first 5 innings, leaning to the Reds full game. All right, going to St. Louis. I think I gave out a lean to the Astros yesterday, and then once I did some more digging and seen some stuff, I ended up going with the Cardinals at PlusMoney yesterday. I gave it out on X and the parlay and on TikTok, all that stuff. But it doesn't matter. Anyways, the Cardinals got it done yesterday in Houston. Now they come home, sending in Sonny Gray. Cal Quantrill going for the Rockies. I said it yesterday, Rockies one of the worst teams, or probably the worst team in baseball. They went up early, and they ended up giving up 12 runs after taking like a 5 or 6 run lead or whatever it was. They're now 8-23 on the road, and the Cardinals 13-12 at home, but there's a huge mismatch when it comes to the pitching here. So I'm seeing lots of people on the Cardinals run line. I honestly don't blame them. Cal Quantrill, his last start, 4 1/3 innings, 4 earned runs, 1 strikeout, 2 walks. He's only given up 1 home run in his last 3 starts, and he faced the Dodgers, the Phillies, and then the Athletics. The Athletics, he had 8 strikeouts, 2 earned runs, but he's got to face a Cardinals team that's starting to come on right now. Sonny Gray has been solid. Wouldn't be surprised if Sonny Gray gets 10 strikeouts here. He struck out 10 Phillies in 5 innings his last outing. He did give up 4 earned runs and 3 walks, but I mean, the Phillies and the Rockies aren't even close. So I'm on the Cardinals in this one. You could maybe look at a team total, but I mean, if it's a lower scoring game, like if it's 4-1 or 4-0 or something, Cardinals run line -1.5. I don't usually love banning home run lines, but this line is a huge line, mismatched. It's -250, so the run line you're laying about -110 on it, -105, maybe -115 at the most. So that is my kind of like threshold on a home run line. I don't usually like laying juice at all with home run lines because you're not guaranteed that bottom of the 9th inning at bat if they are up. The one thing, Cal Quantrill here, his expected number is not the greatest. He's only got a 17.8% K rate, whereas Sonny Gray 33.5% K rate. He does get ground balls. That is one thing that Cal Quantrill can do fairly well. 47.5% ground ball rate. Sonny Gray 44.1% ground ball rate. So this is one of the ones where it's like, I mean, the Rockies, I just don't trust them nowhere near. I wouldn't be surprised if the Rockies got shut out. Let's just say that. I might even look at a Rockies team total under 2.5, under 1.5, maybe. We'll have to see. But we got 10 to 12 mile an hour winds. It's kind of blowing out and across to right center, but 80-degree temperatures, fairly decent hitting conditions at Busch Stadium. So, but give me the Cardinals run. The White Sox is duty, bro. Gross. They suck. Sorry about that. They are bad. They almost they covered the first 5 for us yesterday. Big plus money there, which was nice. I had them plus 1.5 for the full game as well, which they just barely got. They lost to a walk-off solo home run, thankfully. Blew a 4-run lead. Not surprised. The White Sox, trash. got the battle of the two Sox here, the Red Sox, the White Sox. It's Red Sox run line for me or nothing here. There's no way I'm backing the White Sox with a AAA Jake Woodford, 5.26 ERA and 49 innings pitched in AAA, 19.6% strikeout rate versus Tanner Houck and the Red Sox. I mean, this one is a Red Sox run line or pass. We got 18 to 20 mile an hour winds blowing straight out. This is going to be a massive boost in home run hitting, hitting environment in general. We got about a 25% boost in home run hitting. So, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Devers hit 2 home runs here. The Red Sox, I don't see how they don't roll this game. So give me the Red Sox run line. I think you could look at a few different guys for home runs here. I don't see Woodford not getting rocked, honestly. He gave up. Okay, that was back last season. He's only made one start this year versus the Blue Jays. 3 earned runs in 4 innings, 4 strikeouts. The White Sox are hitting just 178 versus righties right now. And they get Tanner Houck. Yeah, it's Red Sox run line. You could probably lay 2.5 runs at PlusMoney here. All right, the Padres just got swept in Anaheim versus the Angels, so that is pretty pathetic. I did give out the Padres yesterday. I was not expecting that. Cease gave up 2 home runs pretty early. The computer model likes the Padres here based on the odds and the simulations. It actually has an edge on the Padres, but I mean, this is a game where the Padres haven't officially announced a starter. It looks like it's going to be Slade Ciccone for the D-backs. He's given up home runs in 4 straight starts. Randy Vasquez, he's got a 5.74 ERA, only a 15% strikeout rate. The D-backs don't hit righties quite as good. The Padres are hitting righties at about 260 over their last 10 games, but you look at their last 5, they're making contact. That is the one thing I'm worried about here, is maybe a bounce back after being embarrassed, but honestly, I'm probably not touching this game. We'll see as the day goes on, but it would be D-backs at PlusMoney or pass. I don't really have anything that makes me go one way or another, other than the fact that the Padres just got swept. It's just, it's kind of ugly to be backing a team that got swept versus the Angels. So the Padres are now lost 4 in a row. Don't really have any trends at the moment. I'll keep you guys updated on X if I decide to pull a trigger on this one. Like I said, not my favorite slate of Thursday games. We usually find that Thursdays are one of the days that, you get a couple of new series starting. You get lots of getaway games. So you get some ugly games, some ugly matchups sometimes, some tougher matchups. So before the weekend starts, don't want to go too crazy, but still want to find some winners. But right now, I lean to the D-backs. Without a confirmed starter officially for the Padres, it's kind of up in the air. They're dealing with the injuries with, like I said, the previous videos, Musgrove and Darvish. So that is the issue. Now they're struggling with injuries. So, if you want to look at the computer model a lot and some of the numbers I'm seeing, Padres being pretty public already. Padres favorite, slight lean on the over, which actually might be the better play. Maybe we see runs in this game over at 7.5. I would like more than at 8 though, so it might be even 8.5 places. I'm seeing 8 at lots of places. Juice to the over, but D-backs slight underdogs. I think I would take the D-backs or just pass on this game. To the channel if you haven't already done so. Turn all those notifications on so you get the videos, shorts, and community posts as soon as they are dropped. This video did go long. I know that's bad for me. I need to try to start making 1-minute takes on each game to get these videos 15 minutes or less so people can get them quicker. But that's all I got for you guys. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and bet responsibly. Going to the Orioles, Blue Jays, I'm probably going to be the first bet of the day, Nerfy, hopefully for 6 quick outs. Bet responsibly today, guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.